Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to another podcast about movies. The world's greatest thing on earth, next to a lot of other things like Portillo's beef sandwiches, according to my brother-in-law. My name is Matt. I am one of your two hosts. Hostesses. There we go. Hostessi. And this week, for Real Film Nerds, episode number 254, we're talking about a movie that my co-host, Mysterious Mike Talent, picked. Mike, what movie are we talking about?
All right, Matt, we are reviewing The Unforgivable. Do you want me to roll into the thing, or you just want me to just give you the intro?
Mike,
this,
how are you doing? Have you gotten COVID yet, like everyone else?
No COVID here. COVID negative.
Now, is that because you don't leave your closet, and Amazon delivers everything?
I think it's mostly because I'm unable to find a test, so therefore I must be negative.
Dude, that's a serious concern. I've never looked for a test, but are they even doing like the site testing anymore, or is it just all the buy it at the store testing?
I think it depends on where you're at. I think some places have started doing the site stuff again. I guess it just depends on what they consider a hot spot.
Oh, all right. News to me. So, unlike, let's just move on because everyone is talking about COVID again. Clearly, we already started out the podcast on the wrong foot of talking about, I said feet, I almost said feet. Wrong foot, talking about COVID again. So we're not going to do that. We're going to talk about movies because that's what we're here to do. So, Mike, give us the rundown for Sandra Bullock's The Unforgivable.
All right, Matt. So, Unforgivable was released on Netflix, and it was directed by Nora Fingschnitz. It's written by Peter Craig, Hilary Schnitz, Courtney Miles, and it's based on TV series Unforgivable by Sally Wainwright. And this movie, like you said, is starring Sandra Bullock, Viola Davis, Vincent D'onofrio, John Bernthal, Richard Thomas, Linda Emond. And this is a woman is released from prison after serving a sentence for a violent crime and re-enters a society that refuses to forgive her past.
Okay, Mike. Netflix, Sandra Bullock, pretty killer cast. What are your thoughts?
I really liked it. I liked the movie. I didn't know what I was going to get, really. I had the trailer from Netflix that I had seen once, and I was like, we should probably review that on the pod, and, here we are.
Well, all right, Mike. Very good. Very good. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It was fun. I think, well, not fun. Fun is a fucking terrible word to use for this movie, but it was a good movie. How's that? Not fun. It's dark and dreary and ominous, and it's a thriller. One complaint I have is there's this killer cast in it of Sandra Bullock, Viola Davis, and Vincent D'onofrio, and you hardly ever see Viola Davis or Vincent D'onofrio. And when Sandra Bullock is acting, she's just kind of being dull and dreary and oh, woe is me kind of shit until like the end when it really kind of ramps up.
Well, that's true, Matt. You're right. There's a killer cast that is underutilized. I was gonna hit on that a little bit myself. Maybe they just wanted to be a part of the project. Like it was they just really thought this was a good script and they just wanted to do what they could. I mean, even John Bernthal's he's in a little bit, but not a ton. But his character is kind of ancillary. So, but So, I think Sandra Bullock's character was supposed to, that's how she's feeling, 20 years in prison.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about how that's how she's feeling and that's what she's portraying because that's what she's supposed to be doing. It just kind of felt like a waste of her acting talents but is what it is. I mean, it's a movie about an ex-con and being an ex-con trying to get a job in the real world, let alone an ex-con that's a cop killer. I mean, yeah, you saw the struggles with it. It was tough. It was very tough.
Oh yeah, man. It was tough. This movie is really dark and starts out on a pretty like somber kind of mood and kind of gets a little bit more and more light, and then I don't know. It continues down its dark path, but I liked it. I really did like this movie. I thought it was actually a little better than I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't really know what I was expecting.
Yeah, well, I expected something fairly decent just because of the cast, and Netflix has been cranking out some pretty decent stuff lately. This definitely is one of the better ones I've seen probably in the past year or so. I would say it's up there towards the top. It was I don't know. I'm having a hard time like talking about it, not spoiling it. Some of it, like, so there's two characters in the film that are clearly victims, but how they shot it and how they tell the story is that they're like the villains of the story and they're not the victims, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. And you can kind of see how it's messed with their life, and they're they're trying to process everything, and that was definitely interesting to see them kind of portrayed as the villains, even though they're the victims from like the beginning or the onset of this. And I guess it just kind of shows a ripple of how something that happens can affect so many different people in different ways.
Well, Mike, I think we should do something absolutely 100% completely different.
Yeah, what's that?
Let's chat about a giveaway we have first and foremost. Well, not first and foremost. I mean, we've been going for a little bit, but we're not going to put it at the end this week. We're going to put it up here towards the front. So for those of you who are frequent listeners of our podcast, they should know that every now and then on the occasion, we will get a promotion from our friends over at Paramount Pictures. Well, we have another one this week. It is for a free rental on Redbox, digital download code. If you want to be entered to win, tell us your favorite Sandra Bullock movie. How's that?
Perfect, Matt. Perfect. I'm struggling. I think my favorite movie would be Speed. I think Speed is probably my favorite with her.
I was gonna say Speed is definitely up there towards the top. That was a really good, fun movie, and she was a wildcat. She went to U of A.
Oh yes, of course. That is exactly why I chose her.
I knew it. So, anyways, this week we are giving away free rental digital download codes for the brand new movie, The Commando. It came out on January 7th. So go ahead, submit your favorite Sandra Bullock movie to be entered in our drawing. Here is our business on what Commando is all about. The Commando is now available on digital and on demand. In this edge-of-your-seat thriller starring Michael Jai White and Mickey Rourke, an elite DEA agent must protect his family from money-hungry criminals after finding $3 million in their home. You can buy or rent The Commando and watch it today. It is rated R, and again, it's from our friends over at Paramount Pictures. Mike, what's your thoughts on the trailer on this?
Well, thanks, Paramount Pictures, for giving us this opportunity to give this away. It looks great, man. I watched the trailer, and I want to watch it. It looks, fun. Michael Jai White, I haven't seen him in a while, and man, he's jacked. This looks like it's going to be a fun action movie.
He's one of your favorites, right? Because, you love the Spawn movie. You loved Spawn in general. And he played Spawn in the original 97 film?
Yeah, I think 97's right, man.
And then Mickey Rourke. I mean, dude, everybody loves Mickey Rourke. I think he's a fantastic actor. He's done all kinds of wonderful things. I love Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. So I look forward to watching this movie when we get a chance.
Yeah, so go ahead, shoot us an email over to Mike at realfilmnerds.com or Matt at realfilmnerds.com or nerds at realfilmnerds.com to be entered into the drawing to get one of these free digital codes. All right, Mike, let's continue on. I think it's time for you to ask a question, isn't it, Mike?
Yes, it is, Matt. What are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Mike, I'm not drinking anything fancy. I just had one sitting around in the fridge. I'm drinking Four Peaks, what is it? The daytime day drinker. Oh, crap. I'm forgetting the name. Desert Day Drinker beer that was sitting in the back of my fridge.
Oh, okay. All right. I am drinking another IPA as usual, the Ipa.
Actually, it's been a while since you've had one.
Yeah, this one it's called what is it called? Merchant's Keep IPA, and it's from my friendly grocery store Aldi, and it's pretty tasty. It's a good IPA.
Now, you get all these things from Aldi. Is Aldi like the only grocery store that delivers to your house? Is that why you keep drinking their beer?
No, but they do have some of the cheapest beer in town. So this 6-pack for the IPA is like $7, where IPAs now are like $11, $12 a 6-pack.
All right. So the topic we have discussed before is truly coming into fruition about you and our next segment being a papa. It is affecting your choice of beers that you can drink. I'm telling you, it's a matter of time until you're drinking Busch Light.
Oh, I don't think so, man. But yeah. So Matt, yeah, it is time for our new segment, and I started this one with the new year because I figured this would be fun. But I have all these terrible dad jokes that I just need to get off my chest. Are you ready for the next joke this week, Matt?
Do I have to be?
You might. You might.
I have to be. Okay. All right, Mike. So then here, should I make it formal since I did intro music for your nice dad jokes now? And I think it's pretty funny. But Mike, go ahead. What is this week's amazing new dad joke from your book of jokes?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh though. Dad jokes.
What award did the Knock Knock joke writer win?
I don't know, Mike. What award did the Knock Knock joke writer win?
The Nobel Prize.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
Get it? Nobel, like Nobell.
You know, it's not a good joke when you have to explain it.
Well, that's part of dad jokes. Sometimes they need to be explained.
That's true. That is true. Okay, Mike, so it's time for the most important question of the Real Film Nerds podcast that is continuing on. It's a pretty easy one. Mike, how does The Unforgivable relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, man, I think this one is fairly easy, especially since I just watched Hawkeye.
Oh, finally. God.
Finished it, Matt. So for this one, it's Vincent D'onofrio, who plays the character John Ingram in this. He also plays Kingpin in Hawkeye and in the Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil Netflix series, which now is part of the MCU canon.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know. They haven't really said if it is part of canon, but Vincent D'onofrio definitely is, and Hawkeye definitely is. So, boom, there you go. In the MCU.
Yeah. MCU, yeah. So, I like an easy one here and there because, you know, we always have some tough ones. But, Matt, now you can start spoiling away, man. Spoil.
About Hawkeye?
No.
Oh, about the Unforgivable.
Yeah, Unforgivable. No, not about Hawkeye. Come on, silly.
Damn it. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was writing down notes. Yes, I take notes during our podcast.
Yeah, well, it reminds you of what school's like, right?
Yeah, except for I can barely read my own writing. That's always a bad sign.
Maybe the COVID's moving in strong.
It is. I'm going to die. So, all right, Mike, The Unforgivable, spoiler section. There's lots of twists and turns in this film. The victims that we were talking about earlier are the two young boys that you don't see at the start of the film that Sandra Bullock's character killed their father, and it completely upended their lives. He was the chief of police, and they went from being, sweet, innocent kids to ruffians, I guess is a nice way to put it. I don't know. They weren't quite criminals, but it definitely impacted and changed the direction of their life dramatically. And so they're clearly the victims in this tale, but they shot this film and told the story of them being like the villains.
Yeah, they sure did. It was kind of interesting.
I mean, even from the music they used to the scenery, and I mean, anytime they were on screen, it was interesting. But on the other hand, they do point out some things as you're going through and you're learning about them as adults. That's pretty, wickedly dark. Like, the one brother's banging out the other brother's wife, and he comes home and that's jacked.
Dude, that was pretty crazy, dude. I did not see that coming at all.
Nope, that was another one of those twists. That's one thing. This doesn't have a ton of twists and turns, but it has some pretty solid ones in there. And then there's one at the end that's very predictable.
What? You saw that coming? I didn't see that coming.
Really?
I thought it was going to end just like terrible.
You thought it was just going to end terrible. Okay, so which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the final confrontation with said villain victim.
Oh, no, yeah, no. I'm talking about the twist that makes the whole movie kind of unravel. I guess I could say it.
Oh, that twist.
The person that killed the sheriff. Right. That was predictable. Right. Extremely predictable.
Okay. All right.
You don't think so?
I mean, I don't know. Looking back after you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really see that coming, but that made a lot more sense.
Okay. All right. No, the rescue at the end I thought was pretty good. I didn't think it was going to end terrible, but again, I didn't know. I mean, I also didn't think that, Sandra Bullock rolling up to her old house and it magically being a lawyer and him actually agreeing to take her case was kind of interesting. I didn't think that was going to actually happen, and it did.
Well, he said he might help her. He said might. And, she had to call him like 450 times.
Yeah, right. And then let's see, what else? I mean, Viola Davis, she was Vincent D'onofrio's wife. And I mean, honestly, dude, she was so used like sparingly in this. It was kind of sad. And she's a great actress. Although her and Sandra Bullock, basically have a cry-off. Like a screaming, yelling at each other, the top of each other's lungs, like cry-off. That was one of the stronger scenes in the whole film. I mean, you have two, Academy Award winners screaming at each other. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, I did like that quite a bit, man. I thought that was now she's not in the movie much, but that was a good use of Viola Davis and Sandra Bullock, like their confrontation.
Well, and clearly Sandra Bullock owns up to what actually happened, which I don't think before this point she had told anyone what actually happened.
No, I don't think she had.
And then the incident that happens, all of a sudden Viola Davis is like, let's go. Let's roll. I got you, girl. I mean, because think about it, Mike. She gave up her entire life. She really did.
Yeah. But I mean, like she's emphasized in the movie, even though it was her sister, it was more like her daughter because she raised her.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not arguing against that fact. It was just, she gave up so much, and then for her sister to not even really know who she was. I mean, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. No, that was rough. That was rough. I like how she actually pursued a lawyer though, instead of like trying to just go find her.
Yeah. No, that was smart. I mean, she went the the legal route, and then it kind of helped, and then it kind of really didn't help. It made things really bad at the end.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, the whole like, let's get her back thing was kind of like, really? I don't know. It seemed like they jumped too quickly to that, but I don't know. I guess both of their lives were kind of, I don't know, just tough, and for whatever reason they thought this would help.
I don't know. I mean, and her sister was a woman by that point. I mean, she was 25, so it was kind of her choice anyways. The new parents were kind of guarding her and protecting her, but in reality, it still was her choice. I mean, she's an adult at 25 years old. I mean, she really is.
Yeah, but they purposely didn't give her correspondence, which I'm actually shocked that the correspondence made it to the right place.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that as well, but I guess, if she sent it to the probation officer or whoever her contact was, they were just doing their job delivering it, forwarding it on or doing whatever, They wouldn't know if they were giving her the letters or not.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mike. Well, what else would you like to talk about The Unforgivable?
I liked I like the grittiness of like how the city is portrayed. It's Seattle, which is like a pretty cool city, but like when you're stuck in like kind of a rough part of town and you work all night at a fish processing factory, and man, I couldn't imagine trying to get that smell off of your hands all the time.
Oh, dude, I was thinking the same thing when she was coming home from work. I'm like, it's not just her hands, it's her whole body. Because you remember when I used to work in Mexican restaurants, I would come home smelling, we'll just say, I'll try not to be too bad, but like Mexican food, but basically chips and salsa. Like, I always smelled like chips and salsa. I could not get it out. I could wash as much as I want. I smelled like a walking bowl of chips and salsa.
I guess for a time in my life, I smelled like popcorn. Movie theater popcorn.
A little bit, but not like me, man. I mean, it was ruthless. I mean, it was like 10 years. Maybe that's how I attracted the ladies. They're like, man, this guy smells great. And for some reason, I want some tacos.
Well, maybe that was it, Matt. Maybe your Mexican bravado of chips and salsa really hooked him.
So what you're saying is I need to go back and work in a restaurant so I smell like something to attract the ladies. You know what? Maybe I just need to make that kind of cologne. That'd probably be easier.
Chips and salsa cologne? Yeah, that'd be, you could sell it to Taco Bell.
Chanel number taco. We could do a whole line. Taco, burritos, fajitas. Oh, dude, I bet you fajitas would really get the ladies. As that sizzle.
Sure does. It has that sizzle.
God damn it. I'm getting silly already. I need to stop this. Anyways. Okay, Mike.
Every time you spray it, it makes the sound.
Oh, yeah, dude. I love it. All right, speaking of fajitas. Now, see, you did this. Well, no, I did this to myself, but it's now full circle because you brought it back with the fajitas. Mike, when was the last time you got fajitas? Has it been a while, like at Chili's or like, I don't know, whatever, like Taco Pacos or whatever they have over there?
We have a restaurant that's close by that Mags and I frequent, but I haven't gotten fajitas in a while. I tend not to get them, and this is a dumb reason, because there's you have to put everything together.
Yeah, I know. It slows you down eating, and so you don't. That's the opposite of how you eat, Mike. I know. You shovel.
Yeah. So I'm pretty lazy. I tend to get like a burrito. They have these massive burritos, mucho burrito, and they're just so good.
Well, I like the fajitas. I'm okay with the assembly. It makes you earn it. It's not quite as bad as like crab. Like crab, you earn crab. Like you earn that shit. It's delicious, but you earn it.
You do.
So
Unless you're in Las Vegas.
So here's the new thing on the fajitas. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've gone and gotten fajitas at like Chili's and like, other chains and not chains. I don't get it that often. I get it every now and then, usually when it's on the 2 for $20. Boom. I'm always on that fajitas on that shit because it's at least $20. Anyways, so you remember they had the skillet and they put a little bit of oil and water on it. It makes it crackle and pop all over the place and the sizzle.
Yeah.
That was like one of the worst freaking parts of my job. Like, it was just terrible. When I worked in Mexican restaurants, that was the big thing. It was a big show, the smoke and everything. Bring it out. We would bring all the sides and then we'd bring out the sizzle all by itself because we just wanted to get that shit away. It always burned you. Anyways, I went to Chili's the other day and they just brought out a plate that had like everything, but it was a skillet and it was sizzling, but nowhere near what it used to be. I mean, I was like, wow, I guess I got the boring fajitas. So I've gone to a couple different places that's totally like that. Do you think it's like maybe an insurance thing? People are like, oh man, I'm getting oil, I'm going to sue. That's what my guess is.
Absolutely, I would say. We've become very litigious, our society. And so, yeah. I mean, when I worked at Jack in the Box, Matt, the freaking tacos that we made in the deep fryers, those things would pop all the time, dude. I got hot oil on my eyeball.
Ouch.
And I was like, oh no. And then it was okay. But like I got burned constantly with those stupid tacos. So like, and man, 2 for 99 cents. You can imagine we sold a couple.
Oh God, dude, it's so much worse now. You haven't seen the ads for Jack in the Box, have you?
No, dude. We in my neck of the woods there are no Jack in the Box. They stop in Louisiana, I think.
So Mike, they have a new thing at Jack in the Box. This is going to give you nightmares, but I'm going to tell you anyways. You can order a pack of 25 mini tacos for $5.
Mini tacos?
Mini tacos. And there's 25 of them for $5.
Do they come with like lettuce and cheese and stuff and the sauce?
I don't think they have that much toppings, but I think they have like lettuce and a couple other things. And they come in like this like box. I've never ordered them because I feel bad for the people that have to make them. That and also I'm not real close to a Jack in the Box at all anymore.
If they're made like the old tacos were, that is a rough day because I imagine a lot of people order those little packs.
Well, and they've changed a lot because of COVID and all that stuff. Jack in the Box is, I think they're close to like 10 now here. But again, I live in Prescott, and everything rolls up. I mean, we have places now on Monday and Tuesday that just flat out don't open.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Because it's slow days, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just like, nah, we're not going to open. So I'm like walking around the square trying to get some lunch, and they're all closed. Is what it is. Anyways, all right, Mike, I'll get us back on topic because that was a pretty good rant, but everybody loves tacos and fajitas,
They do.
Okay, Mike, so how many reels do you give The Unforgivable?
Matt, I'm going to give this one 3.5 reels. I liked it quite a bit.
Damn, dude. Why is it that... Okay, well, I guess we're back to our old tricks because I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was a really good movie, but I didn't give it 3.5 reels. I mean, that's just above average. I gave it 4 out of 5 reels because it's above average. Wholeheartedly above average. I thought it was pretty decent.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, we didn't collude on our opinions.
Yeah, that's true. And, you keep using these really big words, Mike, and it's hurting my brains. You have to cut it out. I know the simple words. I'm a simpleton.
Okay. We'll keep it dumbed down for you, buddy.
Now you calling me dumb?
Yep. For sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to talking about tacos then. Hater. All right, Mike. So next week, we're going to be doing a movie that came out in theaters at the end of last year, end-ish, like November, I think.
Yeah. I think November's right.
I think it came out in November. It didn't do super great at the box office, but it got killer reviews by everyone. Audiences and critics, they all loved it, but no one went to the theaters and watched it. It is a Ridley Scott movie. I have been wanting to watch it for a little bit. I got it on a rental, and I will probably end up having to buy it now. It says the official release date was October of 2021. That might, I don't know. We literally got it here in Prescott for like a week, and then it was gone. So I didn't even get a chance. But anyways, it is Ridley Scott's The Last Duel, and you can't stream it anywhere unless you buy it or rent it. But that's what I'm doing. So
yeah, it's interesting. This movie bombed, and Ridley Scott's Gucci movie, I think, was pretty successful overall. So they came out only a few weeks apart.
Yeah, no. The House of Gucci was quite successful. It wasn't like Spider-Man successful, but for a COVID movie, it was very, very successful. This one, I mean, look at the cast. Matt Damon, Adam Driver, Ben Affleck, Jodie Comer from not Game On. The movie Free Guy, the game movie. I really like Free Guy.
Oh.
They're all in this. Yeah, it's a bit of a long film. It's 2 hours and 32 minutes. It's the first screenplay that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have written together since Good Will Hunting. So, I mean, there's lots of interesting things going on with this film. I don't know why people didn't see it. So that's kind of why I wanted to review it.
Yeah, well, I'd heard some of those things. I didn't know about all the good reviews from the reviewers. I just knew it bombed, and Ridley Scott was pretty pissed.
No, it has like a 80 or 90% on Rotten Tomatoes on audience and, critics. And that's solid. I mean, 80% is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll find out why people didn't watch it. I'm interested, but... And then I already have our movie picked out for the week after this one, so we'll talk about that one next week. Don't forget to
all right.
Don't forget to email us for our promo. Get a free rental copy of The Commando. The Commando, not Commando. See, I got screwed up. I googled Commando, and of course I got the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. It's The Commando.
All right. Well, we look forward to hearing from everybody. At Mike at Real Film Nerds or Matt at realfilmnerds.com. And Matt, I guess with that, should I start wrapping it up?
Yes, sir. Do your thing.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and go out there and stream a movie or watch a movie at the theater. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll catch you on the next pod. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Good morning, Magic 99.1. Who's this?
Oh, come on. I know your caller ID is working. How dare you?
I know it is. I don't want everybody to know all my secrets, though. Matt Hinshaw from the Real Film Nerds podcast. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful this morning. How are you, Miss Eliza, local and live on Magic 99.1?
I am fantastic as well. Excited to hear from you. What are we talking about this morning?
Well, I don't even need to bring it up because you already watched the movie. I'm interested on your take on The Unforgivable starring Sandra Bullock.
Oh, The Unforgivable. You know what? It was a little forgettable for me, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Wow.
I thought it was kind of...
Bold statement.
Well, I just didn't think it was anything special. I fell upon it. I didn't hear anything about it. I'm like, oh, Sandra Bullock, love her. I'll go ahead and just, watch this movie. And I kind of walked away going, I really didn't need to watch that movie.
Wow.
What did you think, Matt Hinshaw? See, you're the professional movie critic, though. I'm just some average Joe.
I'm not a professional. No way.
Well,
I am the average Joe. You're the professional.
I pay you big bucks to review movies for me on the big show. Yes, I do. So tell me, what'd you think?
You do. And those carnitas were very good.
There you go. I pay you in food every once in a while.
It's food.
What did you think of Unforgettable? Is that what it is? Forgettable? What?
I actually, see, now you got me saying it because I've been actually typing in Unforgettable into the search engine when I was looking for it. No, it's Unforgivable.
Forgivable. Yeah, sorry.
I know, but don't get me wrong. I've been saying Unforgettable the whole time on my internet searches.
Right.
Unlike you, I actually thought it was pretty decent.
Really?
I thought it was interesting. Yeah. There was a lot of things that were predictable.
Yeah.
The things I found interesting was how some, specifically a pair of brothers, were portrayed like they were the villains when in reality they were the victim.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a different take on the script and the screenwriting.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock did a good job. It wasn't anything special. She was more of a downtrodden character, just kind of going through the motions, and you can tell that. I wish they would have used Vincent D'onofrio a little bit more. And, Viola Davis. I wish they would have been in the film a little bit more because they are both stellar actors.
Right.
I'm glad they're in it, but there's just not much of them in there. I wish there was more. But, I liked it. I thought it was decent. I think it's well worth a watch on a Netflix or, HBO Max or one of those. It's on Netflix, by the way, those that are wondering.
Right.
So I'd say, check it out. Watch it. You might like it.
Yeah, okay. Well, Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter gave it 37%. So they agreed with me, but 91% of Google users liked the movie, so they agree with you. So yeah, I mean, if you got nothing better to do, I mean, it's not really entertaining. It's not like a feel-good movie.
No. Oh gosh. No.
But it does have some twists and turns. I will agree with you on that. How many reels are you going to give it?
You're going to hate me, but I thought it was a pretty decent drama. I mean, I give it 4 out of 5 reels. I thought it was okay. I thought it wasn't bad. I mean, it could have been a heck of a lot better. Yeah. But I was enthralled through the entire time I watched it.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, you're the pro. Tell me, did you watch Being Ricardo?
No, I have not watched it yet because I know you want me to watch and review it. I wanted to do it for this week, but it's not my pick. It's my co-host pick. So next week, so 2 weeks from now, I will probably be requesting that because, I don't know if you saw the Golden Globes already, but it's won some stuff.
Yeah, it's good. You're going to like it, Matt. I guarantee it. You're going to like it. You're going to think that Nicole Kidman as Lucy is pretty darn awesome. I was skeptical going in, but at times I thought I was actually watching Lucy. So, okay, I'll be anxious to hear what you think about that movie.
We want to do it right. I want to make sure to do it for you and have it on a pod. So.
All right. Okay, everything's got to be on a pod these days.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you guys. Check out his podcast. It's called The Real Film Nerds. Maddie, we'll chat with you again next week. On what station?
Yes, ma'am. The magnificent Magic 99.1.
Oh, nice.